spring is just around the corner, and that first game's going to be here before you know it. Now, I think you should have at least one solid pitch in your back pocket before your first game. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I like to do for my first workouts just before the start of the season. Now, I've always taught that you should have at least one pitch that you can throw confidently for a strike 9 out of 10 times. Now, this is especially true at the start of the season. I like to get myself organized, set out my practice gear, set up a dedicated place for practice. You should have a place that you can get to easily throughout the season, and a place where you can grab your equipment, have it handy. Otherwise, it's just really easy to put off your workouts. Now, I have a free download of a workout sheet I like to use. It helps me organize my practice routine, helps me track my progress, helps me focus on areas where I need to improve. Now, for a strike, 9 out of 10 times, my go-to pitch is my straight backspin pitch. My goal for this pitch at the beginning of the season when I'm starting to work out is throw it for a strike anytime I need it. I want to be able to throw that pitch for a strike either on the inside half of the plate or the outside half of the plate at least 4 out of 5 times. Now, this video is not about one pitch in particular, whether you throw a backspin pitch or you throw a typical palm up pitch. It's about having confidence in and command of at least one pitch before your first game. Now, my basic workout, I like to use a standard 5-gallon plastic bucket and 20 balls. I'll explain why I like to start with 20 balls for a workout in just a minute. If you like, you can tape another bucket to the bottom of your ball bucket. This makes it a lot easier to use. Now, you notice I use strike balls, and I use the strike balls when I'm working out with breaking pitches. For these drills, they're really not necessary. But if you want to stripe them, you can look at this video I have linked right here, and it'll show you how to stripe the balls. I use 20 balls because it's easier to keep track of my pass to total ratio of pitches. For example, when I'm throwing a round of pitches, all I have to do while I'm pitching is to count the number of pass pitches. If I count 12 while I'm throwing a round of 20, all I have to do is write 12 in the pass column. Since I know I started with 20, I know my ratio is 12 to 20, or about 6 out of 10 for that round. Now, you can get a bag of these 20 new balls on Amazon. I have a link below. It's not an affiliate link. I don't get anything for it. I just listed it there because they're easy to get and they're less expensive than most of the options I've seen. Now, I wouldn't recommend using these balls for BP or games, but they're fine for pitching practice. You need a plate, pitching rubber, a backstop, a stake to mark the corners of the plate. And you can also get these on Amazon or make them out of plywood or some other material. Now, since I've moved, I don't have a permanent pitch practice set up yet, but I plan to soon. But in the meantime, if you want to set up a dedicated practice space, check out this video where I show you how I set up mine. Make sure your arm is warmed up first. You're going to find out that the depth of your pitches is going to change once your arm gets warm. Now, next, you want to decide which axis of the pitch you want to work on first. It's important to work on one of these at a time. For example, you can work on your line or your left and right first, or you can work on your depth, how deep the pitches are going. Now, I like to work with the depth first because after this, I know my arm is warmed up and then I'm ready for the line drill. So what you want to do is put a stake right on the back corner of the plate on top of the house. Now, for this drill, you're going to work on the depth only, not the line. You're going to ignore the left or right. A passing pitch is one that lands in the depth, the right depth for your passing zone for depth. You can set your passing zone wherever you like. Just make a note of it on your worksheet because it will change over time. Now, at the beginning of the season, I recommend setting your pass zone for depth from just behind the plate or just touching the back of the plate to about a foot behind the plate. Remember, a passing pitch for the depth drill can be anywhere offline of the plate as long as it lands in the preset depth. After this, move on to your line drill. Here you'll focus on putting your pitch on a direct line to the stake at the back of your plate. Again, this drill is designed to focus on the line or the left-right. Okay, so you want to isolate the line, forget about the depth. If you throw 2 feet deep or you bounce it to the plate. It doesn't really matter in this drill. You just want to make sure that you're hitting straight on the line. Now, by isolating your line, you're going to improve the accuracy of your pitches for hitting on and off the corners of the plate. In this drill, at the beginning of the season, I like to set my passing zone at the full width of the plate. Any pitch, short or long, passes, or is a good pitch, as long as it's in line with that left-right passing zone. After these two drills, you can then set up for the spot drill. Here we work on putting both depth and line together to hit an exact spot. Now here's a tip for combining depth and line for throwing the spot drill. Focus on only one axis, either the depth or the line, but not both. Be conscious of one and let your muscle memory take care of the other. For me, I get better results when I focus on the line and then let muscle memory take care of the depth. Just like any other motor skill, focused repetition is the key to success. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Send me your questions and we'll see you next time.